Okay, so my perfume of the day today is Feminite du Bois by Serge Lutens. I have a cold. I feel like I'm gonna lose my voice any second. But I thought this perfume was worth talking about for a sec because the name Feminite du Bois means feminine woods, and this perfume was originally launched in 2002 by the brand Shiseido. They make skincare and makeup, and Serge Lutens was their makeup artist, and then he created perfume for them also. So then when he left and started his own perfume brand, eventually, apparently the perfume followed him, and he got the formula for Feminite du Bois. I thought for the longest time, like up until last week, that Feminite du Bois meant that this was like a woody perfume for women. But actually, Feminite du Bois is that it's a feminine perfume for men. That's like what the concept behind this perfume was, which is so funny because it just shows you that like gender in perfumery is just marketing and completely made up. I mean, yes, there's perfumes that definitely smell very masculine, like, traditional fougères, and like a lot of blue perfumes are very, very masculine smelling. I definitely have a hard time wearing them myself. And, flip side is there's so many perfumes that are very feminine, right? Like anything that's very sweet, very, very gourmand, really, gives you that feeling of like probably a girl or like a woman would wear it. And then there's notes that are traditionally feminine or masculine. But this one, I think, really has no gender. I think that anyone could wear it. It's like a spiced, plummy perfume with a cedar dry down, and the combination of the plum, like it's like a stewed plum, and the combination of the plum with the spices, like warm spices, like there's clove in here and like maybe cinnamon and pepper, and the overall effect is that of like a Coca-Cola, like a bougie cola that you would drink, not like the Coke we have now. I feel like it just tastes very sugary, but like if you think of like a more high-end kind of cola product, and it's got that spices and fruit in it, and a little bit more depth, I think that is really the overall feel that you get when you wear Feminite du Bois. Now, this is the latest formulation, so the latest packaging that it comes in. And I know for a fact that definitely the package or the formula has changed over time, because initially when you read reviews of the original fragrance, people say that it like filled the room and it had like crazy amount of presence, and this does not really have that. I think after like an hour or two really is more of a skin scent and not really something that fills the air. It doesn't have a lot of sillage, doesn't really have a lot of presence. It is really beautiful and I really enjoy wearing it, but I know that I'm mostly wearing it for myself because no one around me can smell it. And that's totally okay, but it just goes to show that, the scent might be almost the same and the concept is definitely the same, but they've had to change it over time so that it follows regulations and stuff like that. And I think that's completely understandable. The other thing this brings up is, do you change the formula and then release it as a new fragrance, or do you just change the formula and keep the name the same so that people don't have like this FOMO about a perfume that is now discontinued and they're never going to be able to get anymore? I think that overall the fragrance is close enough. It's just not, it just doesn't have the presence that it used to have. But this is currently, the Serge Lutens perfume that I have been wearing so much. I really wanted to get a bottle over the summer because I wanted something that was spicy but not very heavy, and this definitely fits the bill for that. But it's working well in colder temperatures too. It's quite gloomy, quite cool today, and it still works. And that stewed plum that you get from this, the fruitiness is kind of what gives you like a warmth, and combined with those warm spices, it's actually kind of reminding me of like a, apple cinnamon kind of flavor, or when you have like apple cider on the stove and it's warming up. Not that this has an apple note, but it's just, those stewed fruits with with the spices is something that we gravitate towards in the winter time for sure. If you think of like mincemeat pudding or something like that is stewed fruits with spices, and that's the feeling that you get from this. So is it feminine? Is it masculine? I don't really think it matters. It is just a perfect fragrance to wear, definitely when it's starting to get cold outside. So that's my perfume of the day. See you next time.